Hello and welcome to the new episode of the Devlog. Today I'm going to start by showing you a few things that I've done since last episode, and then I'm going to go a bit into more of a maybe brainstorming phase stage as to what's to come. But first of all, I'm going to show a few things that I've done. The first thing I'm going to want to show is I fixed the issue with the door opening, still opening when you don't look at it, right? If you remember in the last video, I made a system that you can open doors even if they're unpowered. You have to hold the interact button for a while and until the door opens, right? But the system worked, but I didn't manage to make it so that the player, the door would still open even if you looked away halfway through the countdown of the door opening. So I fixed that. I said that I would have to rework a bit of my interaction code, and that was actually true. I had to add something that tells me when the player is looking at an interactable and when it's not looking at it. So I think it's going to come in handy for a lot of things. So I'm kind of glad I did it. And that I noticed that I had to do it so early, so that it's not going to come up and be a problem later. So I'm going to show you that. Alright, so I'm going to display to show you that I'm going to have to unpower all doors, obviously. You can't really pry them open when they're powered. Maybe I could make it so, but I don't think it's really a useful thing. So I'll see. Maybe it could be a fun thing that you can still pry them open, but I think it would be quite confusing. Okay, so let me unpower that real quick, and let's see, and let's go to a closed door. So if you remember, I need to press E for 3 seconds to simulate the praying open of the door, right? And it opens, right? But last time, when I looked away halfway through this countdown, the door would still open until the end of the countdown, right? Now, if I look away, the countdown stops, and it goes back to the max value. So it also works if I just move. It works based on the raycast, right? So it works pretty well. I'm quite happy about that, because I was expecting it to be a bit more annoying to do. So yeah. So that's that. Now I'm going to show you the second thing that I did last time, which is adding to the base. I think it's this way. No, it's not. So I added a new thing to the game, to the base. In an earlier episode, I said that the base would need an entrance, and that it would be a lift with a stairs, right, around it. But honestly, I think it's going to be an elevator, but instead of stairs, it's going to be a ladder. So you can see there is a maintenance ladder here in case the lift stops working. I haven't made the lift yet, right? Because it's probably what I'm going to do next, right? But so far I haven't done it. So yeah, let me go down the elevator shaft to show you a few things. So, as you can see, this is the bottom of the map, this is the base, and this is the ground. You may notice that the elevator goes lower than the ground level. That's because I want to make a mine sort of area of the base that goes below the ground, below the ice, to study other things and stuff like that. And I think it's going to be cool when I get to it. I probably won't get to it soon, anytime soon, because it's something I haven't really thought about what's going to be down there. There's definitely going to be a lab, right? But I need to figure it out, right? It probably won't be the same shape as the other pods and stuff like that, so I need to design a new shape. And yeah, so for now I just put it here so that, you know, it's there, but I'm not gonna make anything of it anytime soon, at least probably not. First I need to make the elevator itself anyways. So right, I don't think I ever showed the perspective of the base from the ground, so yep, that's what it looks like. I really like the feeling of just giant things, beams and pillars and stuff like that. This is the test map. It's going to go away pretty soon when I don't really need it anymore. But I mean, it's kind of ugly as well in the sky. But as long as the game is not like published and done, I'm probably gonna keep it if I need to test things out. I'm drinking coffee. Sorry. There's chimneys and pipes that go down from the top. Honestly, I'm not sure what they're used for yet. My justification at first was like the big pipes go into, you know, the places that need heat, like the kitchen and stuff like that, because there would be geothermic pumps that would that would turn the geothermic heat into energy to power things. But it could also be coolants or something like that. I'm not really sure. Maybe even no, maybe not actually. I was gonna say maybe there are sewage pipes, but I mean, putting the sewage pipe directly into the ground is not really good actually. But yeah, my reasoning at first was it's like geothermic energy. So yeah, and the chimneys are obviously for venting. In labs, you need vents, fume hoods and stuff like that, and in the kitchen, you need proper ventilation as well. So yeah, that's honestly all I've done so far since last time. And next I'm probably going to do the elevator. It's not gonna be easy because I need to make a working elevator first of all, and moving platforms are quite difficult, I think. So it's not gonna be easy, and I don't know what kind of elevator design I want. I don't know if I want a sort of industrial, like without walls, or if I want residential style elevator. At first I thought about, you know, I want a residential, like the thing you see when you go to a big skyscraper or something like that, but that doesn't really make sense, to be honest, the more I think about it, because it's kind of like a base, you know. It's not a cozy apartment building. And it probably would need to be a very strong industrial elevator, because it would need, maybe if you need to carry big samples of rocks, of animals or something like that, you need the elevator to be able to lift a huge weight. So I'm not sure about the design just yet. Maybe I'm just going to do a platform at first that I move up and down, and just design it later when I have a better idea, so that the technical side is worked out and I don't need to worry about it later. But for now, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to focus on next. As for the rest of the base, something I've been trying to work out is making an easy way to orient yourself in the base, because I find myself just getting lost in the base, right? I've thought of different ways to do it. Maybe a few signs that hang on like this wall with arrows that go like left, crew quarters, right, cafeteria. But I didn't really find a good way to make them. So later I thought maybe next to each door the destination where you go. Maybe this way is the cafeteria, is this, that. But again, I mean, there isn't much room on the side to make it, so I kind of went back on it, and my current idea is to make like a map. Maybe I don't make a proper map, but I make like some sort of fire escape route type map that I put in every room, so that one, it makes sense in the universe that there would be a plan or a map of the base, because if you're not in the video game and you live here, and you've been living here for a while, you probably don't need a map, right? It wouldn't make sense to have a map plastered on the wall. But if it's a fire escape plan, it makes more sense, and the player can use it to orient themselves. So I think that's probably what I'm going to go with, but that means I need to, design one, and it's probably gonna take a bit longer than if I just did like signs and I put sprite 3Ds with just text on them, right? I need to design the map. I need to look at fire escape plans and stuff like that to make it look like a fire escape. Even it's probably not going to be perfect, but I just want to give off the impression that it's that, and not necessarily to be a functional escape plan, especially since I haven't prepared any fire exits. Maybe I should have, actually, but it's too late, and honestly. I mean, it's not too late, but I'm lazy, and I don't think I don't know. I don't think it would fit with the old design. Maybe I add a few fire exits with long staircase that go down to the ground. Maybe I do that later, but for now, I think the maintenance ladder in the lift area is just probably enough. Maybe I make a fire escape sign, like the ones that glow right in the dark above the exits. I'll see what I do as I go along. Obviously, I need if I do make a fire exit, I need to not make a lift, because in case of fire, you don't want to be stuck in the lift if the elevator doesn't work. So yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of thinking about the game, not necessarily programming a lot of stuff, but thinking about where I want to go with it, right? Because I don't want to rush into things that I regret later, or get demotivated about the game because I kind of rushed into something that I don't really care about, or that is not like interesting, goes nowhere, is kind of like a dead end, right? So I'm gonna keep working on it, maybe do a few reports, but honestly, yeah, I'm gonna work on the elevator mostly from now on, and just thinking about the game rather than making a lot of progress in it. So yeah, I'm just rambling now. So yeah, see you later in the video where I show you the progress on the elevator. Hello and welcome back to the devlog. As I said earlier, I was going to make an elevator, and as you can see, I am currently on the elevator. It's a pretty straightforward elevator. As you see, I opted for the platform design. I'm going to add a railing for people, and also a rail on the side of the wall that the elevator follows, right? So it adds some realism. It's not just floating there. There's some padding so it doesn't scrape against the walls. Right now it's pretty simple. It's probably going to stay pretty simple. When the elevator is powered and connected to the grid, you can go down with the left button and go up with the right button. You can't. Yes, you can switch direction in the middle of something. I don't know if it's realistic. I can change it pretty simply, but I would need to look up how these sort of elevators work to know if I want to make it. Or also during gameplay, I want to know maybe later if I can disable changing direction in the middle of the elevator. I don't know yet. But for now, it works good enough. So as you can see, I just went down to the ground floor from the top floor. And as I said earlier, there is a basement level that is useless currently, but at least I won't have to make the elevator go down there later. It is done. Something else I want to show you is that you can call the button from any floor. So I mean, it should not really happen at any time. You really wouldn't need it because you're the only person moving around. But let's say, for example, the elevator loses power at a certain level. You use the ladder to go up and down, and you restore power to the elevator. A bit later, it's stuck on the floor, so you would need to call it, or maybe you just kind of, you know, send it without you sometimes. Alright, so what I did is that when it's going up, hang on, it doesn't work at all. No, I'm trying to go down at the basement level. So you can't go down once you're going up, but you also cannot skip an entire floor like I just did, so that's good. What I wanted to show is that from the basement level you can still call the elevator from the top floor, which I mean, kind of obvious, you know, but oops, it requires some additional code that I wasn't expecting, so I just wanted to show it off. Alright, it's going up. I really like the oops. I really like the effect of the elevator going up from looking at it from the top, because it's like emerging from some sort of fog, which is the fog that I set in the world environment, and I really like the way it looks. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to the elevator, and I'm quite happy with it right now. It doesn't look very pricey, but I need to make it look prettier, and it's probably pretty simple. What I'm going to do also is maybe line this wall with lights, kind of like, you know, to light up the shaft, the elevator shaft. I think it would look pretty nice. I need to add a door here that would only open when the elevator is here, so I can just connect this button with the door that I put maybe on a delay, so that you have to wait for the elevator to be here. I'll probably do the same on the top floor and on the bottom floor when I get to it later. So that's probably gonna be it for this video, to be honest. I look forward to keep working on this, right? And on the next video, I'll probably not be working as much on the programming side, but more on the outside. As I said earlier, I'm going to make a plan, a fire exit plan for the map, so that the player doesn't get lost, right? So that's the next thing on the agenda. If I do a few other things, I'll put it in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.